Okay, this is Xman, August 12th. All right. Okay, and this is with 8K ping. Got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume you have comms and stuff as well. If we're playing with 8K ping. Okay, so I would argue that this opening doesn't get very much done because we get pressured by rapid, but that's not really a problem. The problem is how we handle ourselves once we jump in here. Like, I think we have a really strong position because we have this right side like kind of for free. The enemy has taken all of left, and because of that, like no one other than the rapid is looking at you at this moment. So the best thing to do from what I'm seeing here is probably not to focus, like we're focusing the stamper and then we swap, like just keep playing this right angle. Like this right angle is really strong because we have a lot of good positions already on plat. Hold on, I can't even, like, there we go. We have a lot of good positions on plat right here. Like, they're not going to stop us. Bucket's backing up to rotate back. We should be fine on plat for the most part. The thing is, like, the only way we're actually going to stop them here from like pushing past ramp is if you do a good job executing like what's going on this left side. So you need to either do that or try to kill rapid as they drop. Like, we can't focus on the sword from like this heightened angle because it puts a lot of attention on you. When like the whole point of you being right now is to or the whole point of you being right after you jump out. Like, the enemy thinks you jump out, but really you jump back in, right? The whole point after that is kind of just to like poke them on ramp, I guess. Because otherwise we put ourselves here where we're literally just behind the enemy and our team can't do anything. Okay, you do peek that brush a little close as well. Okay, I don't know if we're not aware of the brush, but you definitely should be. The brush is making themselves known under, and maybe we're just like forgetting about it because we're looking at something else. I'm not too sure, but the brush has killed us like unnecessarily twice now. We can't let that keep happening. Zip here is okay. I don't think we zip directly for ball. It's a little rough, but I don't think we zip for ball. when you zip for ball here, it's very predictable. So, like, as soon as you zip to the spinner, you're gonna take damage like you did, right? But not only that, but like what are you supposed to do here? The 10 shields up, you know? So I'm just thinking, like, if we're zipping here, it needs to be for a different reason. And I think the reason it needs to be for is because it needs to be more of like a stalling zip where we try our best to use the zip to get us to a good position that'll hold them off. Not so much try to like actually stop them from scoring, because they're gonna score here. We're 2 down, right? So I'm thinking you could either from the pillar, like this is a perfect spot to zip. I really like this. You could zip all the way to the left where like the pink paint is, or the sponge even, or you can zip to the top right and try to hold the top right instead, just to get a higher angle so that they can't hit you. But like, I really, the good thing about this though is that you are trying to get a higher angle. It's a really good idea. It's just you're way too overextended to like actually do anything with zip here, you know? Like even here, your goal is kind of just to the goal with killing the tent to stop the score is to stall. You know, so your goal still is to stall. It's just we have to preserve our life at the same time, I guess. And I think you do that by having a more passive zip on one of the sides, I guess. Is what I'm saying. So yeah, we would zip to like around here. And this position, you know, they're still gonna score, but at the very least we have an alternate angle on basket, you know. And we also won't immediately die. Okay, I think you're also maybe playing the top a little too much. That could have been a very nice pick, though. Like, I'm okay with top sometimes, but if you're in top, like top mid, you need to get something done. Like, you're there to get something done quick. And that's usually like poke out plat quickly and get a kill. Like, otherwise, if you're plat, it's kind of just putting a lot of attention, or not plat. If you're top mid, you're putting a lot of attention on yourself that sometimes you just don't want, because it's just a bad position to put attention on you. But like, I'm perfectly fine with going there every once in a while. It's more of just a thing where we can't make it a habit to like play off of mid by going top at the start, I guess. Drop. Yeah, nice. It's unfortunate. The score is really weak too. You can't really push into this. I don't think this is good pushing route for you. Like, I think it's maybe too weak of a score to even get stuff off of to begin with. It's all fine. We want to be looking right. We need to clear right together. Great. Good job. What is that? Okay, actually, you played off that very well. Like, the enemies out here wondering what that crab was, and you punished them for looking at it. So that was really good. This is solid too. I like how forceful we are with like making sure we get the score. Like, this is a solid score. This is what we want to see. Okay. No more focusing clams, though. Ooh, that was close. I'm okay with you going for that. I don't think we need to be that desperate. Like, we can definitely hold this off without having to KO, so it's like, eh. Well, like, I see why you went. Nice. I like that we drop here. The only thing I don't like about like the middle neutral gameplay is how little you play off this right side here. I feel like your best angles are a lot of times the right. Because you tend to do this where you go top mid. And again, I'm okay with that sometimes, but whatever you do, because exactly this, whatever you do here in top mid, like there needs to be a goal when you go top mid, and it needs to happen quick, because otherwise, like you're gonna get poked down by rapid, like you just did. When you're just here for, when you're here to poke plat, like sometimes it's okay, but again, like you're gonna get poked out by rapid and probably die. That's why I'm just saying, like, if you want to go top mid, you have to have like a goal, and whatever that goal is, needs to be done quickly, as soon as possible. Like if you're going for a pick on plat from top mid, like go and get it done quick. And then get off of top mid. At least I'm playing against like rapid pen, either of those two. That happened pretty quick. Yeah, I would argue that you playing top mid here kind of loses you the game. Oh, I forget how to go back. There's like a really easy way to go to the far part. I forget what it is. I did not go back enough. Hold on. We can start like a minute out. Here's the thing too, like we do not need to be forming a ball. Like you both have a ball and you're top mid now. So who's gonna look at you? Rapid. Rapid looks at you. Rapid wins. Even if you had ink there, I don't know if you would have won that. I don't think so. At least not without a trade. And then this position, I feel like, is a little weird. It seems like you just got turned around because of the chumps. Like, you don't know who's like, actually jumping in. Which I understand, it's overwhelming. Yeah, this happened quick. I think you prevent this by not dying to rapid. If you want to form a ball, at the very least, give it to your back. Mako. Okay, same thing. Did we lose this game too? I didn't check. Okay, this brush makes you like way too passive in the opening. Let's rewatch this. What do you accomplish here? You have good chip. You see brush. You go around. Brush has already flanked your team by now. And then the exact same thing happens. We deal with brush, 23 seconds in. We're down dually and 10 shield through zone to push up. So, like... One, we need to be aware of this brush. Like, at least going into the rest of this game, like, we need to understand that we need to watch this brush on the left side, and if we're stopping brush from flanking left, it needs to either be early or, like, late. Like, and if it's late, it's not your job. Or not nearly as much of your job. Edit can definitely deal with brush, even with hammer. So, like, again, if it's early, it's only going to be able to be early if you're on stack and you recognize that the brush is dropping to flank left, basically. If you can cut that off early, then that's fantastic. But I don't think this is like the main thing you want to be looking at. Like this brush is not as much of your problem unless your team needs help. Like if your team calls about the brush, then you can be the one focusing it. But I don't think you should be this like active with what's going on with the brush, I guess. Brush should have died the first time it went around the stack too. But if edit needs help, then you can. And you deal with the brush late with edit. I think that's fine. Right, hold on, I actually want to see, like, how does brush not get punished here the first time around? Like, the only way I could see brush not dying here is if there's a lack of comms. Okay. Maybe there's not a lack of comms, but we just kind of miss. And then we deal with brush. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we just need to now, like, as a team, know and have it figured out that, like, okay, we can't let this brush go left. Otherwise, this happens in mid. Right? That's all. But I mean, it's good that it's early in the game because now we know. Yeah, and they're taking a lot of your attention too. Okay, good double team. Now is the time to focus, like, yeah, these sides. This is good. I don't really like this stamper approach, but that's okay. This is really solid if you live. Like, I'm really cool with this. It's just we don't live. We gotta prioritize living as much as possible when we're in their base like this. Because look at what this actually gives your team, right? You're zipping here. Hold on, I want to like go in slow motion if I can. Okay. You're zipping here, right here. Let's go overview mode. You could also zip the rapid too. But this is fine. I'm okay with you zipping spawn. But, like, let's look at where your team is. So, you have 2-3 distracted in base. If you die here, which you do end up doing, your team is not going to get nearly as good of a setup as they should. One. The enemy's going to also be able to move in a lot quicker here because they already have Booyah. They're ready to go. So, I would... Like, I doubt that you guys get past, like, 60, 70 here, just because they have Booyah, they punish you here, they're ready to go. Like, they don't need to wait. So now it's a 4v2. Hammer comes out. Okay, that might stop their push. No, it looks like they don't cap? What is going on? No, they do cap. Okay. But, like, look at how weak this is for you guys. From this entire time. Let's just look at mid here, okay? Like, you guys have a 1v1 going on. He jumps out. It's like a 2v2, 2v3, 2v4 now. 2v3. Booyah comes out to assist. 3v3, but they have Booyah and Cooler up. and a lot more zone control, right? And now you're back in. Okay, so you going down there gave them a lot of the mid control that they needed to like hold on to zone, I guess. So we just cannot go down with zip. I'm perfectly fine with you zipping there. We cannot die. Alright, let's just skip past this. Okay. Maybe struggling a little against Rapid too. I do like this position. I think this is what's like most like normal, and then jumping out is fine. This makes sense. Okay, you're taking a really close angle on brush again. Where let's look at this. Where your angle on brush is so much better for brush than it is for you. Like actually it's okay for you, but the thing is like you're giving the brush the kill here. Or I mean Rapid's helping, but you're still giving the brush the kill even if Rapid dies. Or isn't killing you. The brush gets the kill here. Why does the brush get the kill here? Because you're in brush's range when you can be playing further back. Like you have this left side where the brush is right now, you have this to like poke through. So use it. Use your range. Even if we don't know what we're fighting, like we might as well use our range there. You know? Oh, it could be Rapid. Okay. Solid kill. Perfect. Good. Okay, good. All solid kills. Now we need to find a way to stall this with Zip. Either that or look for a kill. I like looking for a kill in Rapid. That's great. Nice. I like that too. That's good. You're back in quick enough to get cooler. Oh, your team should not be dying right now. Now is not the time to die. Actually, for the trades, it's okay. We need to be looking a lot more left. Yeah, your team has the stack covered. You do not need to be looking left or right now. But playing from right is okay at this point. Oh. Okay. So like, let me show you what you playing right the second half of that whole like interaction was fine, but let me show you why playing right here was bad. Okay, so you see wait, I need to go further back. Hold on. Okay, you're jumping in, you don't have too much intel on what's going on. You see two go down here. The absolute most you need to do on this side where this player is throw a burst. That's all you need to do. There is no point in interacting. You have your teammates over here anyway. You going here means that brush gets in on left. And then this is now a problem because now that brush is in on left, your bucket goes to luck. Or not your bucket. Your dualies and your edit both go to luck. Okay? And that's a lot of like firepower against like Rapid and 10. Which are both coming in now. So notice how the brush was able to separate us because we were all hard stacked right. It meant that now you're isolated and they were also able to pick off buckets. So I think you playing left there is a lot better. Or like just staying left drop is a lot better. We can go back and look at that one more time. Top down. Like I do like the approach you have on right. Which is why I was saying like playing the right half was fine the second half. But like I don't know, it's just like the brush just gets in. This is not good. And like from this point I do like where you play here because they're already in on left. That's what I meant. But like ideally before we wanna be under left. Under left or just playing like left zone where the brush drops, like right right here, like wherever this brush is, like right here. That's around where you want to be playing, I think. Or just under, straight under. But yeah, from this point, like where you are right now, I do like that you went back to right. Like this is solid. It's just that like I think it would have worked out a lot better if the tent did not get as far in as they got and bucket didn't go down. This would have been a lot better of like a team fight to go for. So it's just rough that it happened that way, but your team did kind of get isolated because we left the brush in on left because we were all full stacking, right? I think that zip was also really weak. I think if we want to zip there, we should wait for strikes. Like we're already kind of taking our time here. Let's help the fight on right, and then just zip later. Like right here. Your team wants to fight right, especially after this pick. No need to zip. Just clear out right. And there's also someone behind we could help clear, you know? And then once that's done, now we zip with the strikes. Like imagine, okay, strikes come out. They have a harder time seeing where you zipped from. They have a harder time seeing where you zip to. You know, you could get a very nice pick on like rapid or even tent here. And I feel like this is a little awkward too. Right here, you're opening. Oh my god, wait, why did I go all the way back there? I'll fast forward. But yeah, just play right here. We don't need a zip. That'll help clear the stamper behind. Like, we should be good there. And then right here, I just don't like this because, like, Rapid has such an easy sightline on you. Same with Stamper. They just don't, like... they don't look zoned at all. Which I think is misplay from them. And then this is more unlucky. I don't blame you for that one. 50 seconds left. How do we do this? This is a really weak cooler from us. We have Zip Strike. Yeah, I can't wait any longer. I don't know why we're not striking earlier. But yeah, I guess this is more what I'm talking about. Like we use Zip with Strike, which I think was really good. We force cap zone basically, right? Too many things for the enemy to look at. Okay, and a nice wipe too. That's what we need. And then this right side's pretty weak. Okay, it's the same kind of thing. So let's look back. Let's see how many people are on right stack here. A lot. It's a lot. It's like 3 at least. Which literally just gives them left. You know, we need to be under right or under left. Let's look. Where do we go? We're 2 right stack. We're basically 3 right stack. Like yeah, this is just rough. And they get in super quick, and you're again looking to this left side, but the Rapid's poking you. You know, you're dead. We can't look left like that after all stacking right. Like, it's just not going to work out. So we need to find a good spot on left to sit. Like, ideally, you find that spot that's good to sit when the brush flanked, when I first told you to go left. Like, that was your time to kind of experiment with on hold where you want to play on the left side, I guess. And then from there, like, once you realize, okay, this spot on left worked or this spot on left didn't work, you then adjust. So, for example, if the first time we played under left, right, when Brush was flanking, when Brush flanked the zone like a minute or so ago, right, and you were all stacking right, if you play like under ledge on the left side and you figure out that that doesn't work, okay, that doesn't work. We then switch it up. So I would say you could go like the left ramp, kind of close to where pillow is. That would help a lot. You could play like left zone, like right in front of stack, kind of where the tent is, or maybe a little closer to where brush is right now. But like then switch up the position. But the first thing you got to do is play off of left to start. Like that needs to happen. At least if the rest of our team is going to take right, like you need to be on left. Um and then yeah, you want to use the rest of the game to kind of experiment with where should I be playing from on left. If you don't have it figured out. Like it seems like you're not going left because you don't have it too figured out where you want to go. Like you use the gameplay to experiment with what works, you know? And that should set up your push like or your hold here really well if we have experimented in the game to figure out what works, I guess, against this team. Or what doesn't work, at least, against this team. And then I don't expect us to get anything here, but DC, okay. Okay. But yeah, I mean the team overall didn't utilize left nearly enough on the holds. But I think the most common problem I see with Stampers is that they die in their zip. Far too often. They die in their zip like sometimes up to maybe even like 80% of the time when it should be like 10. Even if you're picking fights with zip, like I think you die in your zip around like 10% of the time. Ideally. And that 10% of the time is only from diving with zip. Like when you're forced to dive and you're forced like you see them bunched and so you want to like get a double with zip, like then you die with zip. But otherwise, like we should not, just in general, like Stampers should not be dying in their zip nearly as often as they think they're like okay with doing. And I think the reason that happens is because players think like okay, zip is what I need to use to like get a kill here, like to confirm a kill. But no, you don't always have to confirm a kill with zip. That's not the whole goal. Zip is much better at just getting a solid angle for yourself and the rest of your team. Like think of all the angles you can get with zip that you can't get at any other moment, you know? Like you can get left for free and on this map at least, you can get like their left plat for free without even having to cross grates. Like there's no other thing that can do that. So that part of it should be abused a lot more. Okay, hold on, let me go back. Booyah Stamper now. Okay, I see. They get picked off by Rapid again. The Rapid's killing us a lot. This scrim. Or set or whatever. I'm okay with you backing up here. Because Rapid pressure's right. Like, there's a lot of pressure on right. I'm okay with that. But this neutral like ground where we're both kind of like half committed to right, half not committed is a little rough. Because the Rapid clearly wants to commit to right. Right. That's alright. Decent enough. I mean, they don't have cooler, so... Okay, again, we have to be careful with how we play against Brush here. Okay. Yeah, I like the drop. It's just we again like we need to be careful. So you drop for right when I think you should like I'm okay with you dropping to like focus right a little, but as soon as we see that brush back up, like the focus needs to be on what's left, and like you kind of ignore that. Let's go back and look. Because you're like full focused on this brush right. As soon as we see him back up here, I'm looking left to help clear ramp, I guess. Because like we cannot, if we're dropping here, we can't afford to give brush that much attention. You know, because there's still like, there's like, what, 2-3 people on left right now? It's 3, right? There's 3 people on left. We see that. I'm perfectly fine with dropping for brush here. This is good. But brush backs up. So immediately like we look left, we don't care about what's going on right anymore. And like I think we still keep committing left, you know? We want to force that rapid out. I think that rapid is doing a lot to stop the team from moving in here. But I think the drop was fine. We just need to look left after. And even while that Stamper was pushing us, like we need to be looking left. Rapid again. Doing a lot to us. So I guess the goal here is like, okay, how am I gonna play these sides without this rapid like destroying me, right? That's the goal. You don't have burst to use. You don't have a zip. So how is that gonna happen? That's the question you're gonna try to answer here, I guess. This is a pretty weak Buyatsu because your team just cannot do too much right now. Or isn't doing much at least. And there's a flank, oh my god. Ooh. Okay, so let's go back. One, this push on the left is weak. We aren't able to, but we also don't support it. So like, there's no point in this left push. Like this left push is pretty bad. I like this 2v1. Like this is good, and I like that we look Stamper, but Psycho cannot push up. Like this is not the time to move. We need to Booyah first if we want to move. And then this is weak because the enemy has already gotten top mid. They're going to hold this. This Booyah, it just pushes them right and it just pushes them left. Like they still have top mid. They still have the left side like almost completely. And they still have right. Okay, so they're just going to retake this space again that you just cleared with Booyah. And they retake it quick. Right? Like look at this. They're already on left. Look at how much space they've taken. They just went right through. Right? So, like the Booyah needs to be, you're already in a really crappy spot when you use Booyah, but you just need to jump. I don't think you can play this left side as much as you try to. Cuz it's just like I guess it's not that weak of a Booyah. It's just that we their team is set up to just take the space back, I guess. And that's what they do. I think if we want to use Booyah here, like, okay. It's just it needs to be to set up another special here. So like we Booyah more to like control top mid and then crab up there or something like that, you know? But Dooley's is down. And we Booyah like what, completely solo. Like we need to commit. Man, this is difficult. I think we need to commit crab here somehow. But it's probably on top right. Like if Dooley goes right here, crab is really solid, but we need to not let the Brella in. So it's just I think it's a matter of, okay, we can use Booyah there. It's like it's all right. It's just we can't do it when the Dooley is down, and we can't do it when we have nothing to like play off of it, I guess. Because like I said, you know, if you Booyah there, okay, your team doesn't even take that much of the space back from it. and the enemy just comes back in, right? That's why I'm saying, like, we need to commit multiple specials there if we're gonna even attempt to use Booyah, I guess. It's really unfortunate that the dually pushed that with Crab, though. Like, you just don't do that. It's not the time to be pushing with Crab. Or when you have Crab. Okay, this still doesn't look like that bad for us, though. Like, I think it should be a lot worse for us at this point than it is. Okay, this is bad. I like the angle you're playing, though. Hold on, let's look at it from your point of view. Oh wait, okay, we saw this part earlier. I don't know why I went back more. But yeah, they have a really good, like, semi-coordinated, just, beat down there, I guess. Like, this Crab is really far back from us, but that's not the worst. It's just we drop. Like, I don't like that at all. I think the angle you play here is really solid. Like, okay, we can't stop ball. That's fine. But this is great. Booyah here's good. Oh, okay, I don't like that we chase, though. Like, think about it, okay? Let's think about it. So, one, you're in a pit, right? We see right... Hold on, I'll show you where. Right... You get two... You see right there, Brush is there, right? Like, you're booyahing Brush. You're booyahing Brush more than you're booyahing, Rapid here. Or, like, I guess you're booyahing Rapid, too, but it's a lot more for Brush, right? Where is Brush gonna be? Brush is gonna be where your special bar is right now, on the right side, right? They're gonna be close to there. When we chase Rapid here, the only opportunity possible we give to Brush is right here, you know? Like, we can't chase Rapid. And that's why. Now, like, Brush did a really good job of playing off of that, but, like, he probably was gonna back up anyway. Right? Because you booyah there to force Brush to exit right, and then you chase and get surprised by the exit right from Brush, I guess. It would have been much better for you to camp the left side of that jump than to go for the Rapid. Chase the Rapid. I don't really like this either because, again, the brush is here. Like, we're going into the Brush's range. I think you can play off of Chip on the right side a lot better here. Like, I like that you're taking space right. This is good. I don't think we have a reason to close the gap. There's no solid reason to close the gap. If you're struggling with Rapid by not closing the gap, like, what needs to happen instead is your team needs to push up left. Like, I think you play back right here. Not like, you don't have to play pit, but you play back right. Like, right here. You keep this angle. Alright? Or, like, closer to box. And then just wait. Your team is going to get in on left. It's just going to take a bit of time. You know? So what you do is you keep poking. Keep poking from this right side, and if Rapid forces you back, that's fine. But make sure Rapid doesn't bully you there either, though. But the thing is, like, I think your team wasn't able to get left because you went in really quick. I want to see what they were doing, too. I think they were only dealing with one, though. But I don't think they're playing the best either right now. Yeah. Oh, there's one that gets behind. Oh. Bruh. Okay. That's rough. Good. Good. Okay, don't get bullied by Rapid, though. So, This was really, it was really good, like, support from you here. It's just we need to be more aware of how we're dropping. So when this is good, right? Right here. I don't see a reason to drop. To be honest, I don't think I see a reason to drop. Like, they still have the position they need. Like, you just use an auto bomb on the left side and like keep playing bottom of snipe and like right side. And then once you see that your team is like actually moving in, then you drop. Because like look at where your team is here, right? So you have the ramp, but everyone is now back looking at this guy on left. So when you drop here, you're just getting picked off for free because no one is helping you. You know, it's a little rough because like yeah, I think it is really tough for you to see that, but like at the same time, like everyone is looking at you, and I guess you didn't know they were jumping in too, so it's still rough. Let's see what we can see here. Yeah, we don't see Dooley at all. Okay, I see. I want to look back one more time. See if we catch Dooley going left at all. But I mean, these are really good picks. This and this too is really solid. But yeah, you don't like you see Dooley maybe there for a split second, and then now there's someone else up there. But like, notice how quickly you're isolated here. Now, no one is there to help. And then your Dooley is not doing the best. This is rough too. Nice. Oh, but it's still like... Nice, okay. You cleaned that up really well. I don't know if we can hold this. Seems like we kind of can. No, they're just back quicker there. Yeah. I think this whole like interaction that you played really solid. This is very strong. Okay, again, you're getting looked at by Rapid. So like when you go snipe here, it's the same type of thing when you go top mid on Museum. Like you're going here, Rapid is looking at you, you have ball too, you know, so you just have to be very careful about when you go snipe. Because that is like where Rapid is gonna look at you, I guess. You also cannot be holding ball right now, I guess. Well, I mean... Unfortunately, we just need to be doing a lot more here. And that's not really possible. Like, you need to get to 20, it's just not gonna happen. Just the truth. If you really want to try though, you probably just guarantee control top mid. Like, help get control of top mid quickly, like way before you die here. Get control of top mid or work on it. At least throw an auto bomb there, and then from there, like you drop right, clear, and push, and just like push. But I don't think it's happening either way. Like I don't think you can do there's anything you can do at this point to win. Let alone score. It's too late now. Well, I think you do a really good job here of controlling, or you do a really good job of getting picks on both sides of the map. So like when we're at their basket, you do a great job of getting picks from there. Like you know the angles to play pretty well. I think you're really solid there. And the same thing goes for when you're on defense. Like you do a pretty good job of getting like free picks and stuff. It's just on defense, on defense, like you're getting looked at by the Rapid a little too much because you're on snipe. Like I think you can go for a lot of the same picks, just not on snipe. Or if you're on snipe, you're not on snipe long enough for rapid to hit you more than like for 30. I guess is the goal. But like otherwise, the when you're playing on both like opposite sides, you're doing really well. The mid is more the problem, but I think that's more of like a team issue. Like we're just dying way too much in general, and we're also allowing flanks and yeah. But I mean, there's still more you can be doing there. Like I think you can look to control the sides a little bit better, like the right mid and stuff like that. Um, I think there are better ways of playing it than you did there. And same with top mid too. Top mid is pretty important for your team with Crab and Edit. So I think if you can also maybe assist with getting top mid, that would help a lot with your pushes. But I think you're getting singled out by Rapid a lot too. And Brush is also just they're just doing too much. And it should be like destroy that. I like just woke up, so or maybe a little tired. Okay. Final game. Like I know I talked about Zip too, but I think you're doing a pretty solid job on Zip compared to some of the other swords I've seen, like with and how they play with Zip. Like you're playing it pretty smart a lot of times. You are maybe a little tunneled on like players when you Zip, but like that can be okay. It can also be bad, you know. Okay, so this is zones. We lose this. How do we lose it? Let's see. And you do tend to hit a lot of your shots too. But I think that's like it's weird. You hit a lot of your shots on defense and offense, but not so much in neutral. It's interesting. I wonder why that is. Good kill. I'm cool with that. Ooh. Okay, so your matchup against Rapid is not the best. This right side is okay if we... This right side is okay if we can make sure that our team is living through mid, but our team was not able to ensure that we were living through mid, and I do not know why that was. I think they just like forced it with Brush and like Stamper, but I would like to see that from their point of view. Okay. Okay, they get hammer. Oh my god. Oh man. And the edit doesn't even stop the Brush completely. Like that's rough. I don't think this is much of a mistake from you, but like I guess you could just keep playing these middle angles if your team is going to go down that easily. Like just I don't think it should be you flanking there if the stuff like that's going to happen. So just like keep that in mind now. Like okay, if they're 4 up, I might not be able to just flank, right? Because we've seen how that worked out last time. So just something to keep in mind as you go into the rest of this game. This angle is also pretty bad for me because Brush's Stamp. We're doing a really crappy job of dealing with Stamp. So Booyah's a little unnecessary here as well. And you get yourself in a really bad spot because your team is just not here. Like the only one here is Doolies. And so you're kind of just forced to like dive, so it's really awkward. I think In my opinion, 1, you save Booyah. Yeah, 1, you save Booyah. 2, I like the first pick you get, but if you can somehow, like, not commit or, like, maybe jump out, then I would try that. Otherwise, whatever you did was fine. Like, that's fine. Okay, we get good picks there. It's just rapid. Yeah, I agree. We need to dive this. Ooh, okay. I was gonna say that was actually pretty good, but we died to rapid, so it's like a little rough. It's really hard to avoid dying to rapid here. I understand. So like, I think this is okay. It's just like ooh, I feel like we should be maybe hitting that shot as well. That's unfortunate though. I don't think you can stop dying from rapid from this position. Oh, he's also like super laggy. What the hell? Okay. He's flying. Good. That's great pick. Hey, look at that. You hit your shot like super easily there. Okay, so it looks like Brush got caught on flank, and we just did not know where they were. So again, you're kind of going blindly into where Brush is. Brush is a big problem for your team. So it needs to be made sure that like we have Brush controlled, I guess. And when we do try to poke Brush, we need to make sure we're taking like optimal angles for it, right? Because the only way Brush kills you where you were right there is if you take that close angle, right? Brush isn't gonna kill you if you swing wide mid. Same thing here, but I mean that you did that well. You executed that well. 3 kills so far. This push. I don't like the angle and rapid. Again, you're isolated, right? You just cannot push this rapid when you're solo. Can't happen. There's like the thing is you just maybe have to recognize, especially with this stamper, like sometimes you can't do stuff, especially that you would do with the other stamper. Like you just cannot push this rapid whenever you want, right? You gotta wait. And it's important here, or before, it's important to wait as well, because your team, like, even if you do kill the rapid, like, let's say you kill the rapid, right? You still have to deal with the 2-3 other people on their team. And your team is just not back, so you're gonna have to wait. Good. And, okay, that's fine. Oh, I don't even know how we trade there. I guess it makes sense. Same kind of thing here. I just don't like look at this from their perspective, okay? Here, hold on, let me go back. I want you to see what you're doing for them. Okay. The jump in here is rough, but it's manageable. You jump in, hold on. Wow, I am far back. I did not realize I went this far back. Did I skip forward? Oh, I skipped forward, I think. Hold on. Wait, you already... Oh yeah, it was right here, right? Yeah, okay, so look, right? You are, like, literally the easiest kill for this rapid, like, imaginable right now. It does not get easier than that. And why does it not get easier than that? Because you're on an uninkable. 1, you're on an uninkable. 2, you're looking at a Booyah that has, like, a lot of HP, and even if you shred it, like, you have... The rapid has more than enough time to kill you here, right? And 3, you're also dropping. So it's like a whole mess of things that makes you like a super easy target here. I understand you want to kill the Booyah, but we can't be focusing it when there's like literally 3-4 people looking at you. It's just not something you can do. So let's look at that again from your perspective. Like, what can you do instead of trying to kill this Booyah? Okay. We see the cooler left. I could see us maybe backing up and playing off of left ramp, right? Because that's where your team ends up being anyway here after this Booyah. we end up looking left ramp mostly. Like, look at this, right? We could use some support on left. So probably something like that. You pick up cooler and you just play off left. This is a decent crab. Okay, yeah. We now realize there's someone on left. We haven't cap zoned, but I'm okay with this as long as we deal with brush. Or not brush, Brella. Press the wrong button. Okay. This is also a bit of a problem. So your goal here, if you're not going for zone here, your goal here is to kill Brella, like, immediately. Brella needs to die. So you realize Brella's here now. You rush as Brella. Like, you actually just rush as Brella. They do have splashdowns, so I do like that you play more passive here, actually. But by the time we kill... Wait, that is splashdown, right? Is it splashdown? Yeah, it's splashdown. Okay. Hold on. I take this back a bit. I think you did a really good job of keeping your space, especially like right here they have splashdown. I'm okay with this, actually. The thing is that this Brella takes a little too long to die, just a little. If the Brella died like a second or two later, you guys would have quite a bit more space, and it also does not help that your dually went down in the weirdest spot imaginable. Oh my god. And cooler's way too far front. I do like how you played against the Brella there. Like, I don't think there's too much you can change about that. That was pretty good. Because, like, you kept your space because you recognized Brella had splashdown. I didn't know Brella was that close to splashdown. I guess the best thing you can do there is focus Brella earlier. Like, your team kind of has right. You need to look Brella earlier, but I don't think you noticed Brella. So, like, okay. But because we take so long to deal with Brella here, right? We take so long to deal with Brella, we need to wait. Like, we can't be playing this top mid area that we were playing. Okay, anyway. We just missed our shots there, alright. We had a really solid angle, I think you knew that too. It's just, we just kind of missed. And then rough jump. Dualies down as well. That makes sense though. And it's already kind of too late, but let's see what we can do. Oh, they do go 2 down. Paint. Okay. I like that we go back for cooler. Yeah, we need to be making something happen front. This is good too. Clear left, perfect. A little slow to help on right. Okay, sorry. Footage got like messed up. Hold on, let me go back to around where we were. We don't have too much longer to go, but still important to look over this. So yeah, here we take a little while to clean up right. A little too long. You get focused by rapid again, and I think that might just be it. Like, we popped Booyah earlier there. I'm gonna go back and look at that one more time. I think you guys actually have a really solid hold there if you don't die with Booyah. But I think you're also, like, again, you're not helping yourself here. You're making yourself a really big target to, oh god. Is there not a way to go back? I swear there's a way to go back, right? You're making yourself a really big target to rapid here at the end. Just want to show it one more time. I did not go far enough forward, but it's okay. Let's see. Okay, so this right side, like, let's look at it. Okay. Notice how we all shift right for this Brella here. Every single one of us is looking this Brella right now. Not good. Okay? Your job here is to look front like you do now. But the thing is, you look here now a little too late, 1. 2, you're again in a really easy spot for rapid to poke out and kill you from. Okay? And 3, like, a good spot would be like bottom left, for example. And if you don't want to play under left tent, or not even that far under left tent, like you could play back a little bit. Just not in perfect sight lines to the rapid. That's one thing. And then two, if you want to play for Booyah really well here, you play from the right box. Let me go back and show you. You play from right. Hold on. Come on. Replay. Please work. Okay. You play from right here. You see where that cooler is? On that black box, you play from there. Okay, so let me show you what that would do, okay? One, you just back up here. You play even more range than this rapid has, okay? And then once the rapid fully commits to you, right? They're on like the edge of tent committing to you with you on right. You Booyah, okay? You Booyah to stall, and then you ideally Booyah either you look in the sky to see if rapid has any jumps. If rapid has any jumps, you Booyah them. Otherwise, you probably just Booyah Brella here. And the whole point of this, right? The whole point of this is to, one, obviously not that rapid. Two, it's to hold as much freaking space as you possibly can. Okay, you're holding as much space as you can for as long as you can, because your team is still fighting a 3v1 against that darn Brella, I think, on behind. Or the Brella might have jumped. I don't even know at this point. But it doesn't matter, because they're doing something, or they're just playing too slow. One of the two. But like, you just cannot die. It is crucial that you do not die to rapid here. Let's see what they're doing. Yeah, they're still dealing with this Brella, bro. We cannot be 3v1 in this Brella for this long. And then not even deal with it. Oh my god, what? Oh man, no, we can't be doing that. No. That's not good. That's really not good. Like, I hope I don't have to explain what you need to do there to get the Brella out. But like, just take an angle on the Brella and finish them off quick. Like, we cannot be waiting this long. And then eventually not even deal with Brella. Like, that's just bad. Knowing that, there's nothing you could have done there to win the game. But like, assuming Brella had died or Brella had jumped out, right? I think that there was definitely stuff you could do better at the end there to hold that. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna have to edit both like recording things together because the footage got corrupted or whatever. It didn't even get corrupted. It like stopped. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. See ya.